Melbourne used to be the capital of Australia, but in 1927 there was a dispute between them and Sydney as to who should have the rights as being the capital. So the Australian government, they made a new capital, bang in the middle of the two. They called it Canberra. So we began our journey in Melbourne. We set off last night after work on Thursday. We drove for about 2.5 hours to find a lovely little campsite where it was $10 in a donation box. Pitched up and then slept the night, and now we're on the road. 4 hours drive till we get there with a whole lot of nothing.
How was the drive?
Drive was long, and we only did, it was a 5-hour journey essentially, but we'd stopped a few times for food, toilet breaks. But yeah, it's quite a long time. I mean, it's now 3 o'clock, so it's taken us 6 hours, but it's okay. It's doable. You could do it in one day if you really want to just drive non-stop.
So how long total is it from Melbourne to Canberra?
So it's like 7.5 hours, non-stop, no traffic.
First on our list of things to do in Canberra was some lookout points. So we started at Black Mountain, which is a small mountain with about 812 metres elevation. There's a 40-minute, 2-kilometre loop walk. And if you park here, you can also head up to the Telstra Tower.
So the Telstra Tower is Canberra's iconic telecommunications tower with unrivaled views of the local countryside. However, it is currently closed for refurbishment. But we're still going to walk up and go have a look at the base, because what else are we going to do? So before we came to Canberra, we spoke to everyone in Melbourne.
Everyone?
Everyone.
The entire population of Melbourne.
Start again. Before we came to Canberra, we spoke to people in Melbourne. And when they asked what we're doing, we said we're going to Canberra for the weekend. And every single one
had the same response. Why?
Why?
Why are you going to Canberra?
Everyone says nothing to do, it's boring, it's cold.
Yeah, cold. So 18 degrees in the day, but 2 degrees at night.
So, all that being said, we fancied the challenge.
We got ourselves a tent.
We got ourselves a tent, and we want to prove them wrong. We want to show that there is stuff to do in Canberra, and it is worth a visit. Failing that, at the end of this video, we'll say don't bother. Watch this video, that's enough you need to do. So, with the tower being shut and the views being blocked by trees, that would be Melbourne as 1, Canberra 0. So we've just driven 15 minutes across Canberra to the other side, where we've come up to a place called
Mount Ainslie.
So this has a view from like a north-easterly view over the Canberra city itself, and I believe probably a good place to see sunset. Right, well, that's 3 viewpoints done today. It's getting late, so we're gonna go get some dinner from your local superstore, set up camp. So we spent our first night camping in Canberra. It wasn't too bad. Hot water bottles kept us warm because it is chilly this time of year. So we are going to go make our way onto public transport, head into the city. So we're staying in a place called Epic Boom Camping, which is right on the Epic Showground. Exhibition Showground.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is super handy.
Cost us, I think, $35 a night. $30 a night, which is about £15. So it's not the cheapest, but there wasn't much camping in Canberra.
No, so unless you want to stay a bit further out, this one's good because it's right next to all the public transport.
And she did.
So this is the War Memorial. You have an option to buy tickets online.
Well, it is free, but they recommend that you book a time slot. So it's free, but sort of check in.
Yeah, I think we're lucky because you got the Floriade Flower Festival today. It shouldn't be too busy. So that was the War Memorial. As far as War Memorials go, it was very informative. Lots of displays, lots of things to read. And I think quite a good place to visit. I can see now why everybody recommended going there.
Yes.
Because it does have a lot to offer. Definitely worth a visit, absolutely, 100%. And it's free.
Yeah.
Just you might have to book a time slot, that's it, but it doesn't cost. So really good. And then just outside, as we're walking now, you've got Memorial Lane, where they've got loads of sculptures in memory of all the fallen soldiers and the achievements throughout all the wars that Australia has participated in. So once a year, for 2 weekends, there is a flower festival in Canberra called...
I think it's called Floriade. Floriade.
Floriade, Fluoride, who knows? So, tickets are free to the general admission area. If you want a private tour, obviously you have to pay and book. And there's other things like gnome gardens. We're not doing any of that. We are going to go take some photos of some lovely flowers. Lovely flowers. Absolutely lovely.
Lovely.
Lovely. Canberra has 2 Parliament buildings that we were told are a must-see, apparently. So first you've got the new Parliament building that we're about to go see now. Then after this, we're going to head to the old one. So let's take you inside the new Parliament building. I must admit, the sound of it doesn't sound amazing, but it is quite a big place. Check it out.
Perhaps the most identifiable symbol of Parliament House is the Australian flag, which is flown over the Parliament House 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it sits in the exact centre of the building. The flag is the size of a double-decker bus, and the mast is 81 metres high and weighs 220 tonnes, making it one of the largest stainless steel structures in the world. The flag is changed every 4 to 6 weeks, and it takes 3 people to do so. There are 14 flags that are rotated so that they wear evenly.
So that was the new Parliament building, and let me tell you, don't waste your time. There's not really a lot in there. Pretty dead. What did you think?
I think it's one of the largest Parliament buildings in the world, and it cost 1.1 billion to make.
What?
Yeah.
1.1 billion. You think they could put something a bit more exciting in there?
I think it opened in 1988.
1988? So all you got is you just got loads of conference rooms, pictures of all past prime ministers and people of power and I don't know, not my kind of thing. But I guess maybe you've got to go to the new one to then appreciate the old one, which we're about to go to. So we'll find out. I mean, from the outside, aesthetically, it's kind of impressive, as you can see in the background. But it's just a government building. So this is the old Parliament building now. Or an electronic typewriter.
Yeah.
How weird. Feels like something out of a TV show.
See a 1988 calendar. Yeah, 1988 is this.
So this is 1988. Cigarettes. Tut tut. Yeah, it feels like out of a TV show. Like Starsky and Hutch or something. So we were told you should see the new one first. And having left the new one first, we thought, what a waste, what a rubbish building. But coming to this one, you can 100% see why, because you definitely appreciate this one way more.
So this building was used for 61 years, and then they built a new one in 1988, spent $1.1 billion building the new building. This one's way cooler.
What a waste of money.
Yeah.
Order.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. No. Way more interesting than the new one. If I'm honest, I'd say don't bother going to the new one, but
I think that's why. So we were told go to the new one first, then the old one, because you appreciate the old one more. And I think that's why.
yeah.
But if you're going to go there and you're a woman, go to the toilet on the first floor. It feels like you're going back in time. Like, I'll put in some clips here that I managed to take, but like, the oldest toilet I've ever been in. It was so cool. That's all I have to say, right? I appreciate the toilet.
So that, if that doesn't sum it up enough, the best part of the old Parliament building was the toilet.
No, but it felt like you were like in a movie set, because everything was so old, like typewriters, the office setups, the toilets. It's pretty cool. I like the toilet.
So we've come to, what is it?
The National Museum of Australia.
National Museum of Australia.
We've now made it back to our campsite, so it's just before 6 p.m. and we're tired. So we've managed to do the War Memorial, Old Parliament House, New Parliament House, a farmer's market, a flower show, and the National Museum of Australia, all in one day. 23,000 steps later. We've got some ingredients to make chilli for dinner at the campsite, and then tomorrow we have the long 7.5-hour drive back to Melbourne.
After the old bus depot and market.
Oh yes, we're going to do some markets in the morning, so stay tuned for that. The old bus depot markets are on every Sunday from 9:30 till 2:30, with over 200 stalls, lots of crafts and also lots of food. That's the end of our weekend trip to Canberra. We did manage to fit a lot into the 2 days that we had there. The campground we stayed at was perfect location, but the highlight for us was definitely Floriade, so do try and time your visit with that if you can.